For many countries, to look at Israel is to see the future, a hopeful future. Most Israelis have now been vaccinated. Not only has shopping opened up, the country is allowing activities like live theater for those immunized. There's almost a giddiness around ordinary activities.
The life coming back. What can I say?
Worldwide, there is reason for optimism. Per capita globally, COVID-19 case numbers peaked in January and have fallen by about half in just the last 6 weeks. In Canada, a similar trajectory over the last year. The US, the UK, and Israel saw their worst numbers of the pandemic 6 weeks ago and are now seeing a very steep drop-off. And in those three countries, vaccines may be making a difference. Studies in the UK and Israel show a drop in infections and hospitalizations after immunizations.
In the groups that have been vaccinated, their cases are dropping much quicker than if they haven't been vaccinated. So clearly, on a small scale, in most places, vaccine is having a role.
Vaccines add to many factors, gradually forcing the pandemic into submission, including lockdowns in individual habits like distancing and masks. Drugs and other treatments have reduced the severity. And population immunity, those who've had the virus, and increasingly, those who've been vaccinated.
So we know that we're going to have sufficient vaccine by the middle of this year. So we're going to be done with this to a large extent by the end of the year.
But what about the new COVID variants? They are bound to create a surge in cases in the weeks ahead, in this country and others. But experts believe vaccines will still make a big difference.
Even with variants, we've seen that all of the vaccines are very good at decreasing severe illness and death. That is a huge win on a public health level and is still one of our tickets out of the pandemic.
The UK is also a leader in administering vaccines, and starting next month, restrictions will be lifted in stages.
A wretched year will give way to a spring and a summer that will be very different and incomparably better.
The aim for full lockdowns to become a thing of the past.
I can't wait to be able to go out and have a bit of normality. It'd be lovely.
And as more nations get vaccinated, what may spread now is optimism. Eric Sorensen, Global News, Toronto.